Hello everyone, I am Age Dornian, also known as the 12th Kind here on YouTube, and today is some more Let's Play Pokemon Blue version. In the previous episode, we got started on our adventure. We got a parcel delivered to Professor Oak. He gave us a Pokemon, he gave us a Pokedex, he gave us a town map. Actually, that last one was actually given to us by our rival's sister. In this episode, we're going to take our level 9 Amber and we're going to head off this way. But actually, hold on. Those Pokeballs at your wrist, at your waist, you have Pokemon. It's great that you can carry and use Pokemon anytime, anywhere. He's in our way. There's a thing that I want to get. Do I have to go around the other way? No, we can approach this tree. Press A, we have found a potion, and this guy is up and walking around, and he'll actually show us a tutorial on how to catch Pokemon, but we don't need that. Real quick, actually, speaking of catching Pokemon, I do have 10 Pokeballs. Excellent. And I have 3 potions too. We're just like getting a nice buildup of all of those free potions, and we'll probably need them pretty soon. Here we are in Route 22, and we actually have some new Pokemon to go over, so let's get started with those bios. Let's get the new Pokemon on Route 22 started with Nidoran Female. The Nidoran family is very unique in the first generation Pokemon games because it has genders. Aside from the Nidoran lines, yes, that's plural for a reason, gender does not exist in the red, blue, and yellow games. There's also a stat difference between the female and the male line. Starting with Nidoran Female, it focuses on health and defense as opposed to the male line, which focuses on attack. It doesn't learn that many poison type attacks by level up, or much of any good attacking moves for that matter. This Pokemon is purely for being a physical wall if you want to evolve it all the way to Nidoqueen. As of now, most of its learn set is provided by TM, sadly. If you want a poison type Pokemon early on, I'd say you'd be better off with either Caterpie or Weedle if you want something for the early game. At level 16, Nidoran Female will evolve into Nidorina. You can technically catch this in the wild much later in the game, but by then it'd be difficult to raise it to be of equal strength with the rest of your team. If you want a Nidorina, then get a Nidoran Female and raise it to level 16. While Nidorina doesn't learn any new moves by level up as its predecessor, it can now learn some water and ice type moves thanks to TMs. If you raise your Nidorina all the way to be big and strong and you have a Moonstone handy, you can evolve your Nidorina into a Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen gains the second typing of ground, giving it access to Earthquake and Fissure, one of which being an amazing ground type move and the other being Fissure. I jest, of course. Fissure has some key uses, especially against tougher opponents, but its accuracy is determined by the user's level minus the target's level plus a base accuracy of 30. If this move does indeed land, then it's a guaranteed one-hit kill. Unfortunately, since Gen 1 is a hot mess of bugs, I don't recommend using Fissure and instead go with Earthquake. Onto the males of the family, we have Nidoran Male. Unlike the female line, the male line specializes in attack and speed, which complement its typing perfectly. By level up, it learns some really good stat-friendly moves like Horn Attack and Poison Sting before it evolves. Additionally, it can learn some more great moves like Toxic, Body Slam, and Takedown via TMs. This is also a good choice if you decide to pick up this to have a soft counter to your rival's Bulbasaur if you chose Squirtle. While it's not super effective against the grass poison typing, it can still do a normal amount of damage. If you're having a hard time deciding between this and the Nidoran Female, think about whether you want a fast attacker or a slow tank. At level 16, much like Nidoran Female, your Nidoran Male will evolve into Nidorino. At this point, I'm going to repeat myself a bit because everything is the same between Nidorino and Nidorina. It still focuses on attack and speed, and this is where an interesting question arises. Do you keep it as a Nidorino for the rest of the game, or do you use a Moonstone to evolve it into its final form? If you keep a Nidorino for a long time, you get access to Focus Energy, Fury Attack, and Horn Drill via level up. However, you will miss out on Thrash, as Nidoking learns that at only level 23. Regardless of whether you train it up beforehand or not, you too can have the King of the Poisoned Earth, Nidoking. Only obtainable via evolving like its queen, Nidoking can be powerful in its own right. If you evolve it rather early, you can have it learn Thrash at level 23. It's 100% accurate with 120 power across 3 consecutive uses, but the downside is that it leaves the user confused. That may sound like Thrash isn't worth it, but it can be if you have a good team that allows you to swap members without too many consequences. Our last Pokemon to talk about here in Route 22 is Spearow. Spearow is, well, not Pidgey, at the least. You can find Spearow in Route 22 in red, blue, and yellow, and you can also find it at Route 2 to the north. To get the obvious stuff out of the way, it's faster and has a higher attack stat than Pidgey. This makes up for its lower defense and special stats. It'll know Peck when you catch it along with Growl, making it ideal for fighting grass and bug type Pokemon, since Gust, a move that Pidgey knows naturally in these early routes, is a normal type attack, thus giving it an advantage over the Pidgey line. It can learn some pretty good moves via TMs as well. If you want something that will cover a potential weakness, then I recommend Spearow over Pidgey any day. Alrighty, also while I was fighting all those Pokemon, Aimberry went up to level 10 and unfortunately he did take some damage. So we're going to have to run back to the Pokemon Center real quick just because I don't want him. Whoops, hello. What do you say? Oh. Okay, that's interesting. I guess he's the same kid that was blocking our path the other way. So I guess he was just waiting for us to head into Route 22? I don't know, it's weird. Sometimes there'll be NPCs that block your way and then you like go into the next route and you come back and they're somewhere different. It just seems really weird, especially since a lot of NPCs just seem to be static where they are. So who knows, maybe that's... Yeah, he's not... Yeah, he's down there now. Okay, that's weird. Alright, well, with that weirdness out of the way, we can head on over through... Oh! I was one step away from the stairs. Neither and female. Ugh. Pretty tanky, so I'll just use Bubble. Take advantage of lowering your speed. How does that make you feel? Do it again, because it seems like it did more than half health, and it doesn't matter, because it's done. How far are you? I mean, let's see. Only 79 XP to level 11. That's not bad, actually. 663. So close to such a dangerous number. Alright, so if we keep going this way, we're stopped and we hear the chime, and it's Gary. Hey Andrew, you're going to the Pokemon League? Forget it, you probably don't have any badges. The guard won't let you through. By the way, did your Pokemon get any stronger? And then he instantly challenges us to a fight. Gary is just a big old douche nozzler. Gary wants to fight. Of course he does. He sent out a Pidgey. This Pidgey is level 9, normal flying. In yellow version, he actually has a Spearow, which is also level 9. His Pidgey, if you're playing red or blue, knows Gust and Sand Attack. His Spearow will know Peck, Growl, and Leer. Leer will lower your defense. Growl will lower your attack, as we've seen before. I'm going to go for the Bubble. Looks like he's not going for Sand Attack right away, which I'm very thankful for. Also didn't seem to lower his speed right away. Yikes. Still not lowering his speed. Ooh, there's the Sand Attack. Oh, I knew I couldn't be lucky. Couldn't be that lucky. Alright. Oh, my attacks missed. I don't have any other Pokemon. Oh my god, he's using a second Sand Attack. The AI is all-knowing but unwise and will also span moves. And what I mean by all-knowing and unwise is that it knows if you're going to send out a Pokemon and will use a move against it. but it's unwise in that even after using a move that's super effective, it will not use any new moves. And with taking out that Pidgey, we grew to level 11, sent out Bulbasaur. We're pretty weak. I'm going to go ahead and use one of my free potions on him. Ooh, Leech Seed. That saps away your health every turn and gives it to the opponent. And of course, we've been hit with like 4 or 5 sand attacks. And our tackle is not going to connect at all. And our water move is not going to be effective at all. And this is just grueling. Ugh. We could use Bubble, but we're gonna miss. So at this point, it's just a lot of like mashing A to see if you'll be lucky. Oh. And again, it doesn't matter if you lose this fight, you can just move on. Oh. We can see if you can do a rematch. I think you can, according to my notes. Oh gosh. I might just have to like catch a sacrificial lamb just so I don't have to deal with this. He's really whittling away at my health. Oh my gosh. Gary, you turd. Oh, Gary, how could you be so cruel? Oh, the AI in this game. Oh boy, let me tell you. We're going to go for one last tackle. And it does nothing because he lowered our... Oh my gosh. Just end it. End it all. Thank you. Aimberry fainted. Yeah, am I great or what? No, Gary. You're a sack of crap is what you are. And we blacked out. Alright, well, we have all those Pokeballs. I don't think we'll one-shot any Pokemon, so I think we should try to catch some sacrificial lambs. Here we go. What do we got? Nidoran male. Okay, not too bad. That could maybe be helpful. Let's use Bubble to weaken it. And let's throw a Pokeball. There we go. Andrew used Pokeball. And now it just wiggles, and alright, Nidoran male was caught. Alright, added to the Pokedex. Nidoran male, Poison Pin. Height of 1 foot 8 inches, weighs 20 pounds, number 32. Nidoran male stiffens its ears to sense danger. The larger its horns, the more powerful its secreted venom. Do you want to give a nickname to Nidoran male? Yes. And the name is going to be the Lamb. Whoops, I didn't have to do that. There we go. The Lamb. Cool. Let's see. I didn't take any damage. The whole point of him is to take a hit for me. So yeah, we're gonna do this rematch again. And I'm just gonna mash A because we've already read his stuff. Won't let you through. I already told you this, but I just want to rub it in your face that I think I'm so good. I'm gonna send out my Pidgey. Hopefully I'll use Sand Attack first turn. Oh, Gary. Nope, still using Gus. Okay. Thankfully, Squirtle is very defensive. Yes, a speed fail. That's what I was looking for. It is a chance. It's not guaranteed. No. Oh, no. No. Oh, how could you? All right. There is a... Oh, jeez. If you're lucky, your Pokemon can land a critical hit, which basically does like double the damage and ignores if your target has upped any has upped their defense or they've lowered your attack. It doesn't matter. It'll just like do like double its base damage, which is pretty nice. There we go. Gary's about to use Bulbasaur. Yes. Send out the lamb. That's enough. Send out the lamb. We're going to use another... No! Oh, I used it on the wrong Pokemon. I forgot that the arrow defaults to the Pokemon that you last selected. Oh. Alright. What moves do you have, by the way? You have Leer and Tackle. Ooh, Leer can lower its defense. Oh my gosh. Defense fell. Okay, so the lamb is going to soften up Bulbasaur for us. Or it's going to die immediately. Oh, man. Alright, come on. Keep using Leer. Yes. Excellent. Excellent. Keep using that Leer. It's using Grell. It's like Gary's afraid it's going to land a critical hit or something. Come on. I kind of lost track of how many Leers we used. Okay. I think one more. We're basically going to let the lamb faint, because that's its whole purpose. Alright. Okay. And this turn means nothing. There we go. Leer. I think it said it did nothing. Oh, but it doesn't matter. Critical hit with 1 HP left. That's kind of dumb, but whatever. Go Aimberry. Status changing moves are completely erased. Like if you had your accuracy lowered and then you swapped out, then your accuracy is no longer that low. It's back to normal. So we're going to use Tackle. Ooh, that strategy worked. Oh my gosh. Yes. Eat it, Gary Oak. Aimberry grew to level 12, attack 18, defense 24, speed 16, special 21, HP is now 36. You just lucked out. No, I got a sacrificial lamb. Our Pokemon League has many tough trainers. I have to figure out how to get past them. You should quit dawdling to get a move on. Screw off, Gary. That's why I had to do all my other runs, is I had to get a sacrificial lamb, just so that way I could erase the lowered accuracy on my starter. It was it was such a pain. Alright, well, the lamb's gonna get boxed. Alright, go in here, turn on the PC, someone's PC. The lamb, level 3. I am going to, after I'm done with this Let's Play, I'm going to transfer everything to Pokemon Bank. That includes the lamb. And any other Pokemon that we get. Whew. Alright. Oh, what does she have to say? When I go shop in Pewter City, I have to take the winding trail in Viridian Forest. I've had my coffee, and now I feel great. Sure, you can go through. Are you in a hurry? Yes, I am. Time is money. Go along, then. Also, the one thing that I realized I didn't check out last episode was the gym. Viridian Gym, Pokemon, or Viridian City Pokemon Gym. What do you have to say? This Pokemon Gym is always closed. I wonder who the leader is. Well, we don't even know because it's not even printed on our official Pokemon trainer card. What do you say? Trainer tips. Catch Pokemon and expand your collection. The more you have, the easier it is to fight. Yeah, more or less. Route to Viridian City to Pewter City. Excellent. Also, there are all these little trees everywhere. If you press... Actually, no, it doesn't say anything. Never mind. Not in this generation. But those little trees are something that we can't deal with quite yet. I did a lot of training, so I'm just kind of... Oh! This is another thing I could talk about. You see those Pokeball icons? Those are items. So there are a bunch of items over there, although we cannot get to them right now. Oh, okay. So let's talk to you. Rattata may be small, but its bite is wicked. Did you get one? No, I did not. Are you going to Viridian Forest? Be careful. It's a natural maze. I would be lying if I said I didn't get lost at least once. I did get lost once because I completely forgot where I was going and I just wandered around. Trainer tips. Weaken Pokemon before attempting capture. When healthy, they may escape. What do you have to say? I came here with some friends. They're out for Pokemon fights. Alright, so we are now here in Viridian Forest. Viridian Forest is your typical first dungeon of... Oh, by the way, if you go up here, you can find a Pokeball, which is a nice refund for the one that we used to get our sacrificial lamb. I will be trying to get all of the items in an area. If I miss them, I do apologize. But onto Viridian Forest. Viridian Forest actually sets the groundwork for future gens and their like first dungeon kind of thing. So like, I say dungeons with air quotes. I'm not really sure you could count these as dungeons. The forest and the caves. Just depends on what your definition of a dungeon is. But without further ado, let's get into some bios with the bug types. Yeah. Caterpie is the first of 2 early game bug type Pokemon you can find here in Viridian Forest. Like a lot of early game Pokemon, it's weak and evolves early. As you can see, it evolves into its first evolution, Metapod, at just level 7, and then its final evolution, Butterfree, at level 10. Caterpie's stats are okay, I guess. It's slightly weaker than the Pidgeys and Rattatas of Route 1, with the upside being a higher HP stat. It knows String Shot, which is helpful if you're fighting against Pokemon that are incredibly fast and are just pounding your team members with attacks that whittle away at your health. It only knows 2 moves, Tackle and String Shot. If you do decide to catch a member of the Caterpie line in Viridian Forest, go with this. There's a reason why I said go with Caterpie. Oof. Despite not evolving until level 7, you can encounter wild Metapods at either level 4 if you're playing red, 4 to 6 if you're playing blue, or 4 or 6 if you're playing yellow. Basically, you'll be stuck with it for a while. What about a wild Metapod is so bad? Well, it only knows Harden. Harden is a normal type move that raises the user's defense stat. What makes it only knowing Harden so bad is that you can find Caterpies that know Tackle and String Shot, which is a much better moveset to have. Also, what's weird is that if you catch a Caterpie and evolve it into a Metapod, it won't learn Harden by level up, which is just odd, and I don't get it. Anyways, let's get to the big boss of this line, Butterfree. It gains a second type, Flying, and access to many more moves than its previous forms. At level 12, it gets the move Confusion, which is a psychic type move that has a chance of leaving the target confused. It also specializes in its special stat, thus making special moves with certain types like Psychic with more power. Now, wait a minute. I want to take a quick moment to discuss what I just mentioned, special moves with certain types. What I mean by this poorly worded phrase is that in generations 1 through 3 of Pokemon, moves were determined to be special or physical by their type. This means that if the move was normal, fighting, flying, poison, ground, rock, bug, or ghost, then it was a physical attack. If the move was fire, water, grass, electric, psychic, ice, or dragon, then it was a special attack. This, combined with special being 1 stat instead of 2 in later games, means that certain Pokemon have stats in areas where they aren't useful because their type is only special or physical. This has been a Pokemon PSA. Back to Butterfree. Butterfree gets access to a variety of status changing moves, making it ideal if you didn't pick up Bulbasaur. Moving on to the other bug family, it's Weedle! I'll be honest, I've used either bug lines before prepping for this Let's Play, but I am impressed with how the final evolutions work in the late game. Enough about that. What is Weedle? Well, it's a bug poison type, which gives it access to some nice moves when it evolves into its final form. As for how it performs now, it's on par with Caterpie, except it knows Poison Sting, which can, you guessed it, poison the target. Poison is good against grass, which makes it good for fighting against your rival's Bulbasaur if you chose Squirtle. I personally will be picking up a Weedle for my team, which makes discussing the next evolution a bit awkward. I originally didn't want to cover it until after it evolved, but it evolved so soon and you can catch one that we'll go ahead and talk about it, just not the final evolution. So, what is its evolution? Well, it's the complement to Metapod, Kakuna. Like Weedle, it's a bug poison type, but if you catch it in the wild, it only knows Harden. Additionally, the lowest level you can find this at in red, blue, and yellow is 4, thus making it a pain to train and evolve into its final form. If you want a Kakuna or its evolution, just get a Weedle. Trust me, you'll thank me when you're training it. And for the last Pokemon you can find here, the yellow mouse itself, the mascot of the franchise, Pikachu! Pikachu is not found in Viridian Forest if you're playing yellow version, as you already have one from Professor Oak. An electric type isn't the best for going up against the first gym, as the Pokemon are rock ground, with the ground type nullifying electric moves. So, it's a kind of a mixed bag. But if you do catch one, it'll know Growl and Thunder Shock when you first catch it, which is rather nice since Growl can lower the target's attack and Thunder Shock takes advantage of Pikachu's special stat. If you're lucky enough to catch it at level 5, then it won't be too far away from learning Thunder Wave, which inflicts paralysis on the target. It can also learn Thunderbolt and Thunder, as well as a host of normal and fighting type moves via TMs, making it pretty varied in its abilities on the battlefield. Alrighty, so while going over the bios, I had to run down to the Pokemon Center to heal up because Amberry got afflicted with poison, and I decided to grab a couple of antidotes while in town. And now I came back here because I am on the hunt for Weedle, like I mentioned, is going to be a part of my team. The problem, though, is it has a stupid low encounter rate. So I'm going to be here for a while. It's taken me, like on my very first run, it took me a long time to find a Weedle. And it's honestly kind of grueling. So I'm going to cut ahead until we find a Weedle. And in fact, I am going to time how long it takes. So I'm going to see you guys in a little bit. Finally! Oh my god! Level 3, not that bad. It could have been worse. It took me 5 minutes, 22 seconds, and 69 milliseconds. Christ. Hopefully this doesn't take it out. I need it alive! And it poisons me, of course. Item. Get a Pokeball. Use it on the Weedle. Oh my gosh. I almost was convinced I was never going to find a Weedle. Weedle, hairy bug Pokemon, a foot tall, weighs 7 pounds. Often found in forests eating leaves. It has a sharp venomous stinger on its head. Do you want to give a nickname to Weedle? Yes, I do. I want to name this Weedle Braithy. Does not seem like it makes sense, but there is some significance behind this name as well. And I will explain both Aimberry's name and Braithy's name at the end of the Let's Play. I am going to run and heal because Aimberry is poisoned and Weedle is weak, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Alright, we are back. Also, I keep hearing rumbling outside, and it's like not consistent enough to be a car. So I think a thunderstorm might be rolling in. We defeated this trainer during the bios. Now let's defeat this trainer. Yo, you can't jam out if you're a Pokemon trainer. Oh, what? What does that mean? You can't jam out if you're a Pokemon trainer? Bugcatcher wants to fight. He sent out a Weedle. We got a Weedle of our own, although she is very weak. I don't want to risk it. Bug is weak to poison, even though it's bug poison. It'll like nullify it. I just don't want to take my chances. I'll just use the water gun. What I'm doing right here is like typically called shift training, where you send a Pokemon out and then you swap it with another Pokemon that can deal with the fight. The experience is split evenly between the two Pokemon. So Braithy leveled up, and now the bug catcher wants to switch to Kakuna. I will switch Braithy back out. And because it's a Kakuna, it will only know Harden. Unfortunately, Poison Sting is a physical move, so it will be affected by Heart. Oh my gosh, immediately. Kakuna does have stupid high defense. What? Oh, Braithy's getting critical hits too. Also, being part poison type makes you immune to super effective bug poison. Really? Interesting. I thought the maybe I read the type chart wrong. I can't pull it up now, unfortunately. But when I was reading it, maybe it's in future gens. Poison resist poison. Okay, interesting. Because this, yeah, it's a poison type attack. So, okay. Also, with a move like Harden, if it says nothing happened, that means it's already upped its defense by 6 stages, which is pretty helpful. So that way it can't do anything but take these hits. Also, Braithy's going to run out of poison stings by the end of this battle. Oh no. Alright. Just whittling away. And I'm like pressing A so fast I can't see how many moves I have left. 16. Okay. So we've used up like more than half of our poison sting power on this one Kakuna, which means I might have to cut out me running back to the Pokemon Center, or we could just like keep swapping Braithy out. Come on. Yes! Finally! 106 XP, grew to level 5, is about to use Weedle. I'm going to say no, just so Braithy's out front. And now we're going to swap her out with Aimberry. And he will take care of all of this mess. Bubble Beam! It's not Bubble Beam, it's actually just Bubble. Bubble and Bubble Beam actually have virtually the same animation. Bubble Beam's a move we'll see later in our adventure. Not too far later. Are you kidding me? I'm poisoned again. Why did you poison me? I guess because I'm attacking you and you want me to suffer the consequences, but oh well. You have been defeated and I have antidotes. Ran out of Pokemon. Yeah, you did. And I've got antidotes for a day. Not days, just a day. While I was running around looking for a Weedle, I was reminded that there's an item right here. Yes. Okay. There's another item that I saw that was listed in my notes. We need to find, which is actually down that way, I think. I'm pretty sure. It is a maze. So good luck finding your way around to all these various areas. Yes, this way. And the end of the grassless dead end. Cool. We're getting a fair few amount of items. So we've got a potion. We got an antidote. Both are very handy. And I think that's everything. Did we get all 5 items? I think we did. Of Lone Tree north of South entrance. Yeah, I think I got everything. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Hey kid, what's up? Hey, what's up? What's the hurry? I need to be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch some is my real test. To train them is my cause. But catcher sent out Weedle. We've got a Weedle of our own. She's not as strong as you. Oh no. Alright, Braithy, come back. Aimberry, go out. Weedle used Poison Sting. Oh no! Really? Again? Oh my gosh. That got me. Oh. Come on. I need you to... Oh, jeez. Hitting me with that Poison Sting. Critical hit. Yikes. Use a tackle on you. Thank you very much. Braithy grew to level 6. That's what I like to see. Excellent. You're good at this. Got 90 Poké Dollars. Yeah, early game Pokemon Gen 1 doesn't give you a lot of money, which is unfortunate because we need that money. Get money, get paid. There we go. And I don't think wild Pokemon give you that much experience either. Speaking of wild Pokemon, it's a Metapod. It's a level 5 Metapod. No, I'm not even gonna waste any time. That's a little dumb. Alright. Oh, hey. What do you have to say? Have you noticed the bushes on the roadside? They can be cut down by a special Pokemon move. What do you have to say? Many Pokemon live in forests and caves. You need to look everywhere to get different kinds. Okay, cool. That's one of the bushes that he was talking about. It's more like a tree. What do you have to say? Trainer tips. Any Pokemon that takes part in battle, however short, owns XP. Yep, that's what I said. And here we have a Pokemon Center. Yes, please heal my Pokemon. Back to full health, my whole 2 Pokemon. Pokemon are fighting fit. We hope to see you again. Jigglypuff. Poo, poo, poo. Oh, it's spinning around. That's kind of cute. What a cutie. Yawn. When Jigglypuff sings, Pokemon get drowsy. Me too. I should probably leave him to nap. He seems tired. Yeah, good sir. What? Team Rocket is at Mountain Moon? Huh? I'm on the phone. Scram! I don't see a phone, old man. Why you could be so mean to me? Gosh. Alright, well now we are here. If we open up the map, town map, use, we can see we are in Pewter City, and I would like to spend some time looking around and talking to people. There are many serious Pokemon trainers here. They're all like bug catchers, but Pewter Jim's Brock is totally into it. Huh, interesting. So we know that there is a gym here, based off of dialogue alone. Pokemon learn new techniques as they grow, but some moves must be taught by the trainer. Yes, that is what we've been talking about TMs. Pokemon become easier to catch when they are hurt or asleep, but it's not a sure thing. That is true. I have learned this many ways. If we go up here, yes, there's a trainer up here. Psst, do you know what I'm doing? No. I'm spraying Repel to keep Pokemon out of my garden. Oh, okay. Pewter City, a stone gray city. Huh, how about that? Let's go up and around and checking things out. We have a sign here. Notice! Thieves have been stealing Pokemon fossils at Mount Moon. Please call Pewter Police with any info. So I guess Mount Moon falls under Pewter City's jurisdiction? I think so. Did you check out the museum? No, not yet. Really? Oh, well, you absolutely have to go. Oh, geez, he's taking us there. What? Oh my god. He just grabbed us by the hand and was like, come with me, you're going to the museum. It's right here. You have to pay to get in, but it's worth it. See you around. I've never talked to that man. I don't really talk to NPCs when I play Pokemon. And so the fact that he was just like, come with me, we're going to the museum. I was like, no, 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 leave me alone. Alright, well, while we're here, let's check out the museum. Yes, I'll pay for a ticket, 50 Poké Dollars, which I think is the equivalent of like 50 cents. That is one magnificent fossil. Oh, gee, yeah, I guess. That is a large fossil. Aerodactyl fossil, a primitive and rare Pokemon. And also dead. Ooh, look at you. Kabutops fossil, a primitive and rare Pokemon, and also dead. Alright, let's go upstairs. Hey, how are you doing? We have a space exhibit now. Oh, neat. What do you got here? Meteorite that fell on Mount Moon. Mount Moonstone? Question mark? July 20th, 1969. The first lunar landing. I bought a color TV to watch it. Moonstone? What's so special about it? You're not even looking at the thing, but okay. Here's the space shuttle. What do you have to say? I want a Pikachu. It's so cute. I asked my daddy to catch me one. Excuse me? Yeah, Pikachu soon, I promise. You could just go to Viridian Forest. It's pretty rare, but you can find one. I have in my notes that there's an item here, but we actually need to go around somehow? Question mark? Oh, I see. This, oh my gosh, what? How could I have forgotten such a thing? Alright, I will make a note. My notes are wrong. Gosh darn it. You know, I just had a flashback to, freaking Metroid Samus Returns with all my notes being wrong and not making sense. Oh, good lord. Just had like a war flashback. Nidoran, sit! Nidoran, bow wow! Okay. Our Pokemon's an outsider, so it's hard to handle. An outsider is a Pokemon that you get in a trade. It grows fast, but it may ignore an unskilled trainer in battle. If only we had some badges. Yes, that's actually talking about two mechanics right there. Brain fart. Trading and also badges. Real quick, I just want to sell a couple of things. Get some extra money. I don't need 9 Pokeballs, so I'll just like sell a few. Everything's so expensive and you don't get that much money. I'm gonna grab an extra potion just in case. There we go. Potions are 300 Pokedollars. It's crazy. Shady old man got me to buy this really weird fish Pokemon. It's totally weak and it costs 500 Pokedollars. That's something to remember for later. Good things can happen if you raise Pokemon diligently, even the weak ones. Yes, that is true. They can evolve. So that's talking about two things, trading and gym badges. Well, I don't have anybody to trade with at the moment. But that is definitely a mechanic. It was like one of the biggest draws to Pokemon, and still is really, is training. You can also battle your friends using the multiplayer, which hopefully I can get a friend and have them come down so we can do a Pokemon battle. It's rumored that Clefairies came from the moon. They appeared after Moonstone fell on Mount Moon. It's a lot of moons. Pewter City Pokemon Gym, leader Brock. The rock-solid Pokemon trainer. So the signs give you a little bit of a hint as to who the gym leader is. So we go in here, and we get a sweet tune, which I'm going to hear just a... Yep. I don't have earbuds on. I need to experiment, see if I can have earbuds on and still get audio out. But regardless, let's talk to this guy. Hiya, I can tell you have what it takes to become a Pokemon champ. I'm no trainer, but I can tell you how to win. Let me take you to the top. Yeah, sure. Alright, let's get happening. The first Pokemon out in a match is at the top of the Pokemon list. By changing the order of Pokemon, matches could be made easier. That is something that we've actually done, but I haven't really explained. So like this is your list of Pokemon, and you can switch the order around and determines which Pokemon goes first. I'm gonna have Braithy out just so that way she can get some experience. Pewter City Pokemon Gym Leader, Brock, winning trainers, Gary. So Gary's been here before me. How does he get around so fast? Well, anyways, so as you can see, it's got like a nice little steady. You can avoid the trainers, although you want to make a note to fight all the trainers, because after you defeat the gym leader, you can't fight the trainers anymore. So let's go ahead and fight this trainer. Stop right there, kid. You're still light years from facing Brock. Incorrect use of light years, maybe? Junior trainer wants the fight. Junior trainer male sent out Diglett. Yo, Braithy. Diglett is a Pokemon we will not see for a while. I think I mentioned this previous episode, but not in great detail. Basically, we're going over Pokemon that are available in that route. So if we're fighting a trainer who has Pokemon that we have not seen yet, we are not going over them until we are in the area where we can get that Pokemon. Yikes, you are dealing some serious damage. There we go, super effective. Took like 2-3 hits. Braithy grew to level 7. That's nice. Aimberry got 93 XP. Sandshrew, yes, I want to switch out into Braithy. While we're having this trainer battle, I can tell you about my experiences doing my first run. I chose Charmander as my starter, and I got it all the way up to a Charmeleon before the first gym, because I tried the first gym and I was destroyed by this first trainer. And I also had Braithy, the Weedle, and I actually got Braithy all the way up to her final evolution before the first gym, because I needed something that could deal a lot of damage, and Charmander was just not cutting it for me. So, yeah. Aimberry grew to level 14 from that fight. It looks like we are probably going to get its second form really soon. Get its second form. Light years isn't time. It measures distance. Well, kind of. It is like time and distance. It's like how far light travels within a year. What Braithy is evolving? Check it out. Our Weedles becoming Kakuna. Just wigs out, and then Braithy evolved into Kakuna. Excellent. Let's see. Could probably... Actually, you know what? We're still in town. I'm going to run and heal up, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, and now it's time to challenge Brock. I'm Brock. I'm Pewter City Gym Leader. I believe in rock-hard defenses and determination. That's why my Pokemon are all rock type. Do you still want to challenge me? Fine then. Show me your best. Alright, facing Brock, the Pewter City Gym Leader. Brock wants to fight. Brock sends out Geodude, rock ground type, level 12 in red and blue, or level 10 in yellow version. Knows his moves tackle if you're playing red, blue, and yellow. And in red and blue, it also knows defense curl. I'm not going to do anything with Braithy. I'm not going to like do an attack or anything. I'm going to swap her out with Aimberry, using defense curl to raise its defenses. But I have Bubble, which is a special move. Completely one-shots the Geodude. Braithy grew to level 8. That's what I like to see. Brock is about to use Onix. We are going to swap out Aimberry for Braithy so she can get some more experience. Onix, Rock's ground type, will be level 14 if you're playing red or blue. Level 12 if you're playing yellow version. In all versions, it will know Tackle, Screech, and Bide. And then in yellow version, it gains Bind. And Bind is like a... where it wraps itself around you and... like binds you so you can't do anything. It's a pretty devastating move, and also can really restrict what you're able to do. It's pretty crazy. All right, there we go. Almost one hit it. We're going again. It's doing Screech. Thankfully, it didn't do so. I gotta say, as like a utility, Screech is really helpful, but as like as something that you experience in gameplay, Screech is the worst because the sound is so like ear-piercingly horrible. It's just insane, just how like it kind of makes you feel like your ears are gonna bleed. Braithy gained 162 experience and grew to level 9. She's gaining up there in the world. Amberry got 162 experience as well. I took you for granted. As proof of your victory, here's the Boulder Badge! It's all one word and in caps. Andrew received the Boulder Badge! That's an official Pokemon Link badge! Its bearer's Pokemon become more powerful. The technique Flash can now be used anytime. Andrew got 1,386 Pokedollars for winning. Wait, take this with you. Andrew received TM34. A TM contains a technique that can be taught to Pokemon. A TM is good only once, so when you use one to teach a new technique, pick the Pokemon carefully. TM34 contains Bide. Your Pokemon will absorb damage in battle, then pay it back in double. So if you started using Bide and someone almost one-shot you and you're hanging on to like 1 HP left, then you like deal that amount of damage plus like times 2, which is pretty great. Also, what Brock said leads us into our next topic. TM34. Use it. It says boot up a TM, contains Bide. Teach Bide to a Pokemon. If you click yes, it will tell you which Pokemon are able and not able to learn that move. Also, oddly enough, it's a normal type move, and I'm not sure if you saw this, but none of Brock's Pokemon knew any rock or ground type moves, which is really weird. Something that they fixed in later generations by adding more moves of different types. But yeah, so TMs are technical machines. They can only be used once, but they are plentiful. Some there are only like one of those TMs around. Others there are like more than one TM. In fact, I never use Bide, and I'm really curious if we can sell it at the Pokemart. That's something I've never done. There is like a mega store at some point in our journey that we'll come across that we can sell them. But if we, yes, an easy 1,000 Pokedollars right there. I will buy one escape rope that allows us to exit a cave easily, like super easily. I'm going to grab 3 potions and gosh, I feel like I'm gonna need this, so I'm gonna buy a couple of awakenings. There we go. So yeah, that was technical machines. There's also HMs, which are hidden machines. Those can be used multiple times in a row, and can actually they still have like types that they are restricted by, but the fact that they can be used multiple times means you can teach them to multiple Pokemon. It's great, and they're also required to like get around the world, which is pretty great. But after that lengthy explanation and some tangents, that is where I'm going to end it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. In the next episode of Pokemon Blue version, we will be heading off that way and going into Mount Moon and seeing what the journey takes us next. Thank you, I'm going to try that again. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time for some more Let's Play Pokemon Blue version. Bye-bye.